Hey folks, this is Matt aka Slash, and welcome back to Slash Build. We are down here in the village today because we're going to start working on that Dragon Egg Shrine project right over here. I was getting ready to record today, realized this is episode 15. My, how the time flies. I did not realize I was already 15 episodes into this series. That's what happens when you're having fun, you know? I've got my supplies set up right over here. Lots of stone bricks, lots of redstone in the condensed 1.5 fashion. Bunch of other miscellaneous materials. The wool is going to be for keeping track of my redstone lines, because that is probably going to get kind of complicated. But I think we're going to start out. Let's get a few of these and try and get things centered as best as we can over here. What I actually need, let's hit up the F3. I've worked out a little bit of a mock-up of what I'm trying to do here in creative mode, and I think it ended up being 29 blocks wide. So which axis am I moving on here? This is the X, it looks like. So as long as we're within minus 1100 on this end, alright, we're not too bad. Let's go to, say, 1120. Actually, we might have to go to sleep here pretty soon. Oops. Go here, and we'll just kind of eyeball it, maybe right about there. Very good. And I want to go up, maybe about that tall. What was that, 5? It's probably going to do the job. Let's go sleep real quick. Get rid of the nighttime so we don't have to deal with mobs. I don't know how well that area is lit up. Get to the bed! Success. No snoring noises. I am not Kurt. Sorry to disappoint. I know JR Beers expects me to snore, but I will not do it. I don't think I could do the snoring justice at all. That is definitely a Kurt thing. Alright, let's grab our redstone lamps as well. And what we're going to do here... Well, actually, we don't want to do those quite yet. Need to come out... What am I doing? Get on there. Need to come out a little bit, like maybe at least that far. And then let's go one more. And then we'll start placing them here. So it's 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not too shabby. Let's get... Actually, you know what? We're going to need a lot of materials for this. Let's save some materials and go with upside down half slabs for these. Or technically upside down slabs. I don't know why I went in there. I have a workbench right here. Technically upside down slabs is what they are called. Just slab. But it's very easy to get into the habit of calling them half slab. Alright, we'll go there, we'll go there, we'll go there. I think that's actually going to get replaced by a different material. I think smooth stone slabs and some stairs might look better there. But we're going to come out here a little ways. I don't know if you could hear my phone going off, but that's what that was. Alright, let's get a little bit more of a lip on here. There we go. Shush, phone! No one is interested in what you have to say. Actually, I'm vaguely interested, but when I'm done recording. There we go. And then this is going to end up upside down. It's alright. Let's get some dirt as well. This all makes sense in the long run. It's all part of my maniacal plan. But you will have to wait and see it revealed as time goes on. Oh my gosh, phone! What is going on with the clicking? I don't think my clicking is working properly. Let's go maybe a landing about like that. And then get some dirt there. Alright, I think that's going to be about... That's down a little bit, but I think I'm going to end up leveling all of this later. So that shouldn't be a problem. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to get the grand entrance to this dragon egg shrine set up here initially to make sure that I've got the height correct. And then we'll work on building out the actual floor. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So, funny story for you guys. We were at the mall over the weekend, and we're just sitting enjoying a little snack just before we're about to leave. And we look up, and there's this man coming across the mall floor, and he's wearing a full-on, as authentic as it could possibly look, Ghostbusters uniform. Need more stairs. And the best part of that was, having just come from PAX, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm like, oh, cool, Ghostbusters cosplay. All right, you know, eat my ice cream. And it took me a moment to realize, wait a second, we're not at PAX. This is actually out of the ordinary for someone to be walking around the mall with a Ghostbusters uniform on. But it was really impressive. It was you know, not like cheap plastic setup or anything. It was the real deal. Hard, you know, metal casing and everything. I'd have no idea if he was there promoting something, or if he was just enjoying himself. You know, just let's be a Ghostbuster today. I do not know. But I did appreciate it quite a bit. He walked past a kid that had a like a Ghostbusters t-shirt on. Oh, I already have the redstone lamps on me. And was like, yeah, nice t-shirt, man. You know, just like it was completely common, not unusual at all. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I did not just fall off the steps. Alright, we need one of these here in the center for the aesthetic. There we go. And then let's back up. We're going to use these here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in... No, that's too far out. I just wanted to do it this way. Boom, boom. Get a little sort of diamond shape here in the middle. Dragon Egg is going to be suspended in glass directly above this light, which will be lighting up with a lever from below. Give me these. You may have noticed also that I've enabled Optifine's Better Grass option, which causes the grass to wrap down over the side of the block if there's a grass block to wrap to. Unlike those over there, you know, there's no grass block to wrap to, so it actually shows the dirt. When I first tried out that option, I actually did not like it. But, oh, come on. But, I got used to it pretty fast. I was actually, oh my gosh, there's no floor there yet. Go up the middle, you goof. Anywho, I was actually quite the fan of the, or I was not originally a fan of it, but I'm quite the fan now. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's get, how many, this should be 9. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. No, that's like 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 11. Miscounted a little bit. That's fine, though. This doesn't have to be exactly on. I would like the lights to be as much as they can be, but the rest of it doesn't. I did a mock-up of this in creative mode before I got started, just to see if it was even plausible, a sort of proof of concept sort of thing. 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's just tag, I think I want 3 on the end there. And put the stair there. It's going to be part of the design here in a second. Oh! Never stand on the block you're mining out, you noob. So, I talked about what I'm actually doing here in, I think, the last episode. But, just in case you missed it, or you don't remember, or whatever, the concept that we're going for here, I don't care if I lose that one, is kind of like a clock for the floor of this, where there's going to be arms going off in each direction, and one of these lines will be lit up. Oh, dang it. That I will go back down for, because those are expensive. What I should really do is get some ladders here. Let me go make some ladders real quick. But there's going to be, I think it's 16 arms that are going to go around there, and it's going to be like the... That's way more than I need, actually. Sorry, I'm trying to focus, I promise. But it's going to be kind of like the hands on a clock going around. Now, instead of a clock, in the traditional sense, which I was originally trying to do, I was going to... Well, now we have an opportunity to use our ladders. I didn't make enough ladders. Genius! I am a genius. Come on. There we go. Can't get the new crafting thing to work. But anyway, the attempt to make a clock in the traditional sense, where at midday with the sun straight up, the hand would be pointing in one particular direction, say that way, and then at midnight it would be pointing, you know, in the middle of the night it would be pointing the other direction, or even, you know, wrapping all the way around the traditional 12-hour clock, because that's not quite, that wouldn't really be a 12-hour clock, that'd be more of a 24-hour clock. Don't do that. Don't do that either. The blocks, you know, usually there is a good chance of the block popping back up into your inventory when you're leaning over the edge like that. And I am pretty sure that my odds tonight for that have been horrendous. Let's get this wrapped around here. But to do an actual clock in that sense is actually pretty difficult in this game. So I didn't want to try and tackle that level of redstone. So instead, I'm going to be doing it based on... Hello. You have on the fanciest of pants, don't you? I'm going to be tackling like a light sensor. It'll be almost like a gauge, where in one direction it's fully charged, light level 15, and then as the light level goes down, it winds its way back around to a 0 point, and then goes back up. Oh, did you find me? Don't make me shoot the sheep. Yeah, you're on fire. Why didn't I hit you? Haha! Oh, did you give me those fancy gold pants? What do they have on them? Oh, protection 2. Not impressed. Well, at least now we know over here is a little dark. Alright, I'm going to continue working on getting the basic... Holy moly, mobs. Ha! Didn't even see me coming. Getting the basic floor plan laid out here a little bit. And then we will rejoin. Don't blow up. Oh! That was some kind of weird local lag there. But anyway, we'll rejoin once I have a little bit more of this done. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright, and we're back. Came up here, got a little bit of an aerial view of half of the arms here for the floor. Just wanted to give you an impression of, you know, the way this is gonna be laid out. You could imagine a mirror image on this side. But each quadrant or quarter of the circle will have 4 arms associated with it, because a daylight sensor can put out a signal strength from 0 to 15, which is 16 different options. So for each one, I want one of these arms to be lit up so that it acts like that gauge I was talking about. So obviously the straight lines are easy, you know, out following along, and then the diagonals are easy. And then in between is, because what is this? This would be, if this is 0, right, and this is 45, and this is 90, I went with basically like 15 and, or like 30 and 60 degree angles here by going 2 and then move diagonal, 2, move diagonal, gets you about that angle. And it's not exactly evenly spaced, but it's good enough for our purposes, and it'll work out well whenever we fill in the rest of this circle all the way around. I'm not sure whether or not I'm necessarily going to make the whole thing circle shape, or whether I'm going to fill in the corners and make it into more of a square. I have not made a decision on that yet. But the central feature of it is obviously going to be circle shaped because it's acting as a gauge. So we just use these dirt blocks here to fill in the corners for us temporarily and knock them out on the way back over. And we need corners here. So I restarted playing Final Fantasy XIII this evening. I had gotten quite a bit of hours in on it, I believe. I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head, before our PlayStation bit the dust for the second time. We had owned one of the original fat PS3s. I think it was like an 80 gig model. Was that one of the ones they came out with originally? And it was one of the backwards compatible ones, which I was a big fan of. I like being able to play, you know, Final Fantasy X, X-2 on the PlayStation 3 without having to have a separate console. I actually turned in my PlayStation 2 once we upgraded. But that particular model of PlayStation, I guess, has a wiring flaw. Just making sure that's symmetrical. That's what I'm pausing for. Well, I guess had like a wiring flaw. The solder for the power connection was too thin or something along those lines, and basically the unit would overheat enough that connection would melt and break, and the unit would fail. And we had it happen to us once. It happened when my daughter, she's 2.5 now, but she was watching Tangled, the Disney Rapunzel movie. We had that Blu-ray in. Oh, dang it. Come back. We had that Blu-ray in when it died. And then it died again while she was watching Cinderella. I don't know what our old PlayStation had against Disney princesses. That's not right at all. Wait. There. No, that's right. But yeah, it had something in for Disney princesses, so It had to be replaced. We had to get one of the newer thin ones, which has like a 250 gigabyte capacity, something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. But unfortunately, because we could not get the... Oh, there's stuck keys again. I have no hand on the keyboard at all. Have to press the D button to stop strafing. But yeah, because we couldn't get the data off the old PlayStation, and I didn't really feel like we paid to have it repaired the first time by a third-party repair place. I didn't feel like sending it off to get repaired again just long enough to get my saves off of it. So instead, I opted to just do without. Never mind. I'll replay my games if I have to. Whatever. Let's see, how far out? We're doing 3 there, 3 there. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this circle. Circles in Minecraft are a little bit tricky. I actually tend to prefer what's it called? Minecraft Structure Planner for planning this out. Let's just fill these in for now. I mean, we have the basics of the circle already laid out with all of these arms. It's just figuring out how I want to go about filling in these gaps. Because I want to alternate between, I want to do concentric circles, some in the stone slabs, some in the stone brick slabs. And I'm trying to decide how far out I want to go. I think that's good. And then let's do basically 3 here. We do that. And then if we do 3 more... Well, hold on. Let's go with 2. Ow. Let's go with 2, and then we'll do maybe 3 and 3. Because this gets us to here, then we got 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and then a little lip of 2. So if we do stone brick and then stone... that's not going to work. Dang it! Told you circles in Minecraft are tricky. What if we go... start coming around this way. More or less like that. And then that'll be that. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Let's take this out. We do it this way. Something about this feels like it's going to be off. Like I need to actually have it be like that, and that's going to curve around a little bit better. Let's try that. This feels a little bit nicer to me in terms of its roundness. Because part of the problem, too, is having to compensate for, well, this would be filled in, and maybe this would be a brick slab, and this would be a stone slab over, when you don't actually have the, you can't put the blocks there to verify it. Well, I guess you could, but it'd be a lot of extra work. This project's already going to be quite a bit of work. I can tell you that right now. There's a significant amount of time in creative mode. This will be a much nicer project to work on when there's an actual floor involved. Whoa! That was quite the herd of mobs over there. I'll have to light that up. Alright, that's looking good. And then what if we go like this, like that, like this. We'll continue that pattern on this side. Kind of going for the... keeping it in the 3s as much as I can. Should probably light this up here too. Don't want any mobs spawning on top. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So we could just replicate that around. Now let's see what we can do with this. Give me all of these. I like that mechanic, the double click it, and it kind of collects for you. So we go here and here. And that's gonna kinda, oops, comes around like that. Does that feel like a circle? Let's pillar up real quick just to get an idea what it looks like. It's feeling kind of like a circle. I might actually want to take those out and put the stone. So that's coming out two there. That's coming out. Oh, that's only coming out two. Let's take those two out and put the smooth stone in. This plain stone slab. See, I got one of those back. I'm gonna need every bit of them that I can get by the time this is done. There we go. I think that's gonna feel more round. And then the outside of this circle comes out 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And then again. Like so. And then we gotta kind of arc this around a little bit. Say here. Does that make sense? 5. No, it'd probably go 2 and then 2. Talking about, so we've got 5 here, right? With the midpoint is here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's sort of from the center, 2, and then 2 more, like that. And then maybe 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Did that make sense? It made sense to me. I hope it made sense to you. There's a bunch of numbers, so it might not have. Hold on, let me see if I can do this one more time. What I'm trying to say, I'm tracing the outside of this circle, right? So I got 1, 2... Dang it! I see you looking at me. Come here. Peace out. Give me that XP. Don't shoot at me. Oh, now the spiders know me. Come here, Spidey. Your little chittering noises. Ow! There we go. They're not the baby ones, so they're not cute. If you don't follow Schism on YouTube, he's youtube.com/schismplays. He has a Minecraft is My Life series that he's doing. He's got 2 episodes out. The first one was about baby spiders. And how they basically, as he's obsessed with Minecraft, Minecraft has become his life. He's associated them with babies, and so he's on a mission to like destroy babies because the baby spiders were so mean to him. He needs to know what baby weaknesses are. So that's a lot of fun to check out. And then he did another one on item despawning. You know, when you drop an item, whoa, bouncy, bouncy. After like 5 minutes, it will disappear, never to be seen again. He has a funny episode about that as well. All right. My OCD demands I place the torch in the same spot as I placed it over there. But I think you're getting the idea of what we're we're trying to accomplish here. The idea being to just continue this around, so it's a couple of concentric circles, fill in the floor. Again, I'm not sure whether I'm going to bring this all the way out to the corners. I kind of feel like I am going to square it off, because we're actually going to need quite a bit of space for some of the redstone that's going to go on down below. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to do a bunch of this off camera, probably try and get the rest of the floor in off camera. And then next time, we should be able to begin wiring up some of the basic redstone in preparation for hooking it up to some logic circuits and some daylight sensors. So, until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.